So here's where I'm at. When it comes to my YouTube channel, I'm going to do whatever I want. I'm going to create whatever I want because that's what the good Lord told me, and I'm done chasing the algorithms. I'm done with all that stuff. I asked the Lord to just basically take that desire away from me, and he has done so. So now we're creating because it's fun. I'm creating what the Lord puts on my heart. Today we're gonna do an old school makeup tutorial. I got some old products. I don't know if anyone likes makeup tutorials anymore, but guess what? That's what we're doing today. I've got a bunch of random things, stuff that y'all probably ain't even seen in a long time. Let's just get into it. And then, give me your feedback. Are you into the old school makeup tutorial style? I mean, I love it. I love just a good sit down, do your makeup, chit chat, explain to me what you're doing. I don't know. Let's get into it. So, oldie but a goodie. This is the Smashbox eyeshadow primer. I honestly don't even know if this is still available anymore. In fact, let me check. Because who knows? I don't know nothing. A lot of things have changed just as far as like what brands are at what stores. I had someone the other day come into the store asking for a Smashbox product, and I was like, I know we don't have that in store, but maybe we have it online. Let me see. The eyeshadow primer is not available at Sephora. My bad, babes. Urban Decay Primer Potion. Is it at Ulta? Who has it, Jesus? Because that's the one that I really like. Smashbox. Cool, okay, Ulta has it. Now you know, you're welcome. All right, so I'm just going to start by putting this on my eyelids. Is eyeshadow primer necessary? No, it's just going to depend on what you got going on. So every product's not going to be necessary for everybody. Like y'all know, I'm not a face primer girly. I just feel like the less products on my oily skin, the better. Your skin prep is queen. That's always going to be the numero uno, the best thing for you. So you can use a primer all day long. This is what I always tell my clients. If your skin prep ain't right, my word. And another thing that I'm seeing a lot in the store, and this is mainly with like my fair to light skin girlies, because I find that like fair to lighter skin is typically more drier than melanated skin anyway, but just a lot that I have serviced when they come in, their skin has been dry. So whenever they put, their foundation or concealer on, it just ain't sitting right. So it's almost kind of like, hey girl, like let's reverse engineer this situation. Let's make sure that skin prep is on point, because no matter what foundation concealer you use, and this goes for all skin tones, but this is just something that I've noticed throughout the past 2 weeks of work. But y'all, make sure your skin is prepped properly. Make sure you have a good skincare routine. So with the weather shifting, you want to use products that are going to actually hydrate your skin, especially if you do fall on the drier spectrum. And again, doesn't matter, fair, light, medium, deep, chocolatey, Godiva, doesn't matter. Y'all remember this palette? This is the Dior palette. So here's what I was going between, right? So this Dior palette, and then y'all remember this Natasha Denona Glam Face palette? I'm gonna use her. I am in the mood for like some red cranberries. I think I'm doing Christmas early this year because I want to pick me up. Okay, I want to celebrate. I want to praise the Lord. I want to do all the things, because the way my life has been going, raggedy, but Jesus is still Lord. Amen, amen. So this palette is the older version. I know they've reformulated this, and they have also reformulated this. I did a video on the new reformulation a while ago. If I remember, I will pop that in the description box. So let me pull y'all in so y'all can get all up in this big old 5A. All right, so I'm just taking a Wayne Goss number 19 brush. It's just a small tapered blending brush, and we are going to just go in like so. So I'm just following my natural crease, the natural shape of my eye. That's my rule of thumb too. Like even if you are someone who does have a hooded eye, or you you might have to lift up a little bit to get into the crease. That's fine too. Just get in there and follow what you have. And y'all know, like, I'm a no fuss girl. I live my life in a no fuss way. So that's probably why when I do get fussy things, I'm like annoyed, but no fuss, keep it simple. Also a lot of feedback, because I've been doing a lot of makeup lessons at work. First of all, let's talk about it. So if you didn't know, Sephora has a beauty studio, okay? So that is where the makeup artists and estheticians work at. And so if you need a makeup lesson, they can do it for you. Or if you have a special event and there's not a makeup artist in the area, you can make an appointment at Sephora. I think a lot of people don't know that. And it's just kind of like, I want to figure out, like, how do I get to the big people upstairs and tell them, it's like, you need to start utilizing these influencers for that. So y'all have the Sephora squad, right? And if you want to put more emphasis on the Sephora Beauty Studio, why not start getting some of these beauty influencers in the chairs at the beauty studio? Because the thing is, a lot of people don't know. They just simply don't know. Like, I know for me, like, because you guys know I'm a makeup artist, I freelance as well. And sometimes I do get hit up last minute. And a lot of the times I'm not able to take the client. But if you know you can go and book a service to get your makeup done at Sephora, like go do it. Go do that. But anywho, I don't even know where. Oh, beauty lessons. A lot of people are loving the beauty lessons just simply because, like, you can get on TikTok and you can get on YouTube, right? And you can find somebody, but at the end of the day, if they don't have your face shape, your bone structure, that technique might not work for you. And I have also, just because I am restructuring my business and how I'm going about things, I have my virtual beauty lessons are open. So if you want me to help you, like, with a specific thing when it comes to your makeup, or maybe it's skincare, or maybe it's hair care, especially for my natural hair care girlies, I have a huge passion for that. You can book a virtual beauty lesson with me, and I'll be sure to link that down below, because I love helping women with their beauty needs. So that way you can look the best. Look your best. All right, now with the clean brush, this is a Goss numero 16. And I'm just blending her out. I don't know where we're going with this, okay? It's just vibes. It's just all vibes. I am curious about the new formulation. Like, this ain't bad, but it ain't like butter like Natasha Denona or Danessa Myricks. I don't know, maybe I'll get around to, because I know mine is old. And here's the thing. Old makeup, I know we tend to hold on to eyeshadows for a long time, and if you are like me, you were around on YouTube during the 2014 through 2017 era, I hate to break it to y'all, but some of our eyeshadows are expired, okay? Like, I have a whole, like, my eyeshadows that are back here, like the old school ABH. Do you remember this? Like, this is so nostalgia. This was the first ABH eyeshadow palette that I bought. Is this self-made? Yes, self-made. Like, I don't use her. This is just for decor at this point. I remember when I got this eyeshadow palette. Oh my God, all the feels. I was on my very first salon. It was holiday time. I was like, oh, I'm going to be doing all the holiday looks. And then the Master eyeshadow palette, which is wild. This was in collaboration with Makeup by Mario, and now he has his own brand. That's incredible. And then this one was just the one that just like broke the internet. Modern Renaissance. As you can see, mine is used and abused. Okay, so like, those guys are expired. We can't use her no more. She's done so. All right, now I'm going to take this deeper tone right here, same brush, and I'm just going to intensify on this lower corner here. Is anything coming up? I don't even know. It doesn't seem like it. Okay, let's move on to her, this deeper shade here. Oh yeah, that one came up. So I'm just pressing it. Keeping that in my outer V, not taking it too high in my crease though. Because it's so interesting. I feel like whenever, I just do a bit, like for instance, the green liner look, which I am going to do a tutorial on that. Like, I didn't think to record it because in my mind, I'm like, no one watches makeup tutorials. But then I had so many people ask me to do it. And so mindset in me would be like, well, no, I ain't doing it because whenever I do it, it never gets any views, but I don't care. If you ask, we're doing. That's just where we're at. I'm here to serve. It's just, let me serve, and for the people that need it, they get it, and then the ones that don't have to watch. I'm also debating, because today is when I'm filming this, November 6th, I'm debating putting my Christmas tree up early, which I got real stressed at work because they already started playing Christmas music. It was like November, what was it? November 3rd, the other day. And I was like, we're already like, I don't know. I just got a little stressed, but keep in mind, and I'm gonna sound like my grandma right now, keep in mind that Jesus is the reason for the season. You know, there's nothing wrong with, you know, decorating and being in the holiday spirit, and all that's well and good, but do not lose sight of what the true meaning behind Christmas is, because it's very easy to get sucked up in culture and all the things that don't matter. Like, Christmas decorations don't matter. Buying gifts doesn't matter. What truly matters is our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. So don't get hung up on that, you guys. Don't get hung up on the things that don't matter. You know, keep in mind that, yeah, all that's cool and you can do those things, but don't lose sight of Jesus, you know, especially just the world. The world is wild. It is a crazy place. In fact, today is November 6th, the day after the election. So I know the world is just going to be really, really, I don't know. It's just a chaotic place. And I guess my whole thought process with all of that was I never had my hope and faith in Kamala. And I never had my hope and faith in Trump. No matter who is the president, we need to be praying for them. And I know a lot of people don't like to hear that. This election has taught me so much and has opened my eyes, because I had ears to hear instead of operating off my own, you know, emotions and whatnot. And when you have ears to hear and pay attention and you just listen to other perspectives, regardless if it's the same perspective as yours or not, just listen. And the biggest takeaway for me was just kind of like, at the end of the day, Jesus is still Lord, you know? And yes, we want people who have our best interests at heart, but at the end of the day, I can't put my trust and faith in those people because they are humans, because they are fleshly, you know what I mean? So no matter what, we need to be praying for our nation as a whole. In fact, we need to be crying out for our nation, because there's just wild and crazy things going on. Anywho, so back to Christmas. I really want to put emphasis on stewarding my house, being a better wife, being a better daughter. I want to start being very diligent about being involved in church, and I still haven't quite figured out like that whole aspect yet. My main focus is just like, girl, get your butt in there. it's like get yourself in there and then go from there, but that's where we at. Okay, so I don't know, like, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm not really feeling this like that, but it's okay. It's cool. That's how it be. But also, like, this is why whenever I'm doing someone's makeup, I always turn them away from the chair, just simply because, yo, this stuff is a process, okay? It is a process. And it gets ugly before it gets pretty. And you know what? That was a word for me. Ooh, it gets ugly before it gets pretty. Again, like I said, just life. You know, sometimes we can be working on something, or maybe God is working on you through something, and things ain't looking good. Things are not looking good. You don't understand. Ooh, sorry, I couldn't talk and do that at the same time. You don't understand. And sometimes we do have to go through the wilderness. Sometimes you do have to walk through that valley of shadow of death before you can come out on the other side and be like, ooh, okay. Joyce Myers, I heard her say this the other day. She said, we live life forward, but we understand it backwards. And that is the truth. Sometimes things do have to get ugly before they get beautiful. Because I know for a fact, and this is what I have to remind myself of whenever I'm going through hard times, like, God can turn And God can turn things around. He can make beauty for ashes. I know. I am living proof of it. I've went through it, you know. If you've seen my testimony, like that right there is a huge, it's proof. So whenever I get down and things are just looking bad, I have to remind myself, if he's done it before, he can do it again. When you're working through something, or maybe if you're starting new or starting all over, it looks insane. When you're doing your makeup, it just doesn't look good. But as you keep going, you remain steadfast, you remain diligent, and you keep your faith in him, after a while, it'll start to turn around. I think the issue for a lot of us is that we're impatient. This is the Sephora collection 24-hour contour colorful crayon. I use this in my kit on clients and myself. I absolutely love this eyeliner. This and then the Urban Decay eyeliner are my favorites. Alright, I lost my train of thought. I don't know where I was going, but yeah, sometimes things gotta be a little bit ugly before they get pretty. And so like I had did a little poll on my Instagram, because let's check it, okay? Are y'all wing liner girlies? I am not a wing liner girly. I don't know. Now I do like the lifted eye look, and I do like for things to go up, but just like with a liquid liner, felt tip, that's not my vibe. I will take like, you know, a pencil liner, and as you can see, like how I'm just kind of pulling out and smoking out, yeah, no problem, I'll do that. But I don't know, I'm just not a wing liner girl. If my client doesn't request it, I typically don't do it. However, I do always like do the eyeshadow in a way to where it's lifted. What are y'all's thoughts on that? Because what's my time? Because I don't want to be late for work. Okay, we're good. I don't know. I just feel that it looks harsh sometimes. And again, if you like it, there's nothing wrong with it. Please understand that makeup is subjective. We all have our own preferences in what we like, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that don't like the way that I do my makeup, because I definitely have a soft, glam, natural aesthetic. I'm not gonna say, when I say natural, I mean like the skin, it's like some more skin-like look, and that's not everyone's vibe either, and that's a-okay, but you know. Now I'm just gonna take this color here, and we're gonna run this under the waterline. Colors like this though are tricky, like on light, fair, sometimes medium skin tones. If you're not careful, this can make you look like you have pink eye. So you got to, you have to really, really be mindful of the undertone in your skin tone. It's always fine on my skin and deeper. Eyes are done. All right, let's move on, shall we? What do we want to do? So, okay, I have a couple options. I wasn't sure if I was going to put foundation on today. I don't know. So, Forever Natural Nude, my favorite foundation. This is by Dior. Unfortunately, you can only get it at Ulta. So, I'm a Dior stan when it comes to complexion products like foundations. I really like them. Then I have my Dior Backstage foundation. And then I whipped out this Hourglass too. I don't want to wear this because this is going to give like full. I don't want full. So let's do this. Let's do this. Editing Amber here, and I am absolutely sick to my stomach right now. This is my favorite foundation, okay? So I'm going through, doing the links, pulling it up, go to Ulta because that's where I bought this at, and clicking through, like, yeah, 5N because that's my shade, 5N, right? I see the packaging is different. So because the packaging is different, I'm assuming, I don't know, the formula might be different. Long story long, there's no 5N. There's no 5 at all. So let me tell you, are you ready for this? This is the absolute stupidity of it all. I went to the Ulta website and I'm on Dior's website, okay? So here we have it. It goes from 4.5N to 6W. Why? Why? Like, please make it make sense. My Dior Backstage, I like the shade 5N. Now, can I do a W? Yes, absolutely. I prefer a W in the summertime when I have more sun on me. I like Dior's neutrals because if you do have more of that like golden undertone like I do, like sometimes the warmth can be too much. Dior does neutrals really good, especially if you are someone like me who has that golden undertone. So I'm just like, okay, so 4.5 neutral is going to be too light. And then 6W warm is going to be too dark because we're not even a 6 at all. We're a 5. I'm just disturbed. So you know what I'm thinking? There is absolutely no way on God's green earth that 4.5N is going to match my skin. I just had to tell y'all that because I know I've been raving about it. And I know someone's gonna go to the website and try to get it, and they're not gonna be able to get it. And when did they do this? When did they do this? That's it. And if this video comes out during the Sephora sale, I'm so sorry. I know this is not available at Sephora. And if it doesn't, then I will disregard. So I'm only taking one pump because I don't want too much. And when I apply my foundation, I always start off in the center of my face and then blend out because that's typically where most people want, you know what I mean, the majority of their coverage. And this brush is absolutely the best foundation brush. I have a bunch of these in my kit and it is off of Amazon. I need to do a brush video like ASAP. And notice how I am pushing the makeup into my skin. I'm not swirling. So when you push into your skin or stipple, that's going to give you the most coverage. Now this isn't a crazy full coverage foundation either, which is right up my valley. I'm not a full coverage kind of girl. But then once I get to the outside, the perimeter, I'll start to swipe to blend it out. And then if I want to add any more, we just push her and push. And then also it's just like, be mindful because a lot of people over apply foundation as well. Is like, that's another reason why it ends up looking so cakey sometimes because you've just gotten too much product. I do feel like the makeup trend right now is more skin-like, which I'm like, oh, finally, I've been saying that since 2014, but it's okay. 10 years later, we here. We here now. But definitely more skin like even if it is a full coverage foundation, like you don't need gobs and gobs, but also keep in mind that everyone has different skin needs, right? So maybe if you're struggling with rosacea, or maybe you've got a breakout, acne scarring, whatever the case may be, and you need more coverage, cool, do you. Foundation on the forehead, I don't like it. If I am using like a full coverage foundation, then yeah, obviously I have to take it up. But foundation on the forehead, I just typically take whatever is left over on the brush and go over it. It just don't be sitting right. And this is like, doesn't matter on what person, what skin type, skin tone, if I'm using a brush, a sponge, I just be like, ugh. For concealer, well, hold on, I'm moving too fast. I want to use my Charlotte Tilbury bronzer because I haven't used her in a long time in shade number 3. It is the most perfect tone for me because it is not too red, but it ain't too cool either. There's a puppy trying to come in here. Hi, Rocket. You coming? Come on. You coming in? No? Okay. And I'm just gonna put that on my big old forehead. This is like the it's just like a good brown tone. I love this stuff. Love, love, love. And then also like trying to use a lot of the stuff that I already got. Go on the nose. I just wish she would really like change the component of her contour wands, add more shades, because that right there. And the thing is, I know she can do it because she's got this in shade 3, which is like the absolute most perfect shade. And then also she's got this here in shade 4. So you done messed up, Tilbury, because you done told me that you could. You told me that you could. So do it, baby. Do it. All right, now I'm just going to take a flat brush to push that into the skin. The skin, the skin. Who's texting me? Let's work. Love, love, love. Then I'm just going to add a little bit more. This weather, I live in the South. I'm in North Carolina, so fall is really doing its thing right now. I had a cold for about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. Oh my God, it was horrible because it's like we're cold and then we're back up to like 78 degrees and it'll drop back down again. I'm just like, if we gonna do it, let's do it, okay? Let's do it. For blush, I think I'm just gonna do my Vanessa Myers blush because why not? Because why not? She looks sad. Now this isn't an old school product, but y'all, she's send help. Send help. I think I am gonna get that Vanessa Myers blush palette today. I did make that decision. Not the blush palette, but the blush set. I have a hair from a brush. Oh, come off. Okay. It is not. There we go. That's how it drove me nuts. Nuts. Alright. And then another pro tip. Whenever you have put on maybe like a cream or liquid contour or liquid or cream blush, take your same foundation brush and just blend over it. And that's just going to help it look seamless because you already have a little bit of residue left in there anyway from your foundation brush. And then that's just going to help blend everything and melt that bad boy down. All right. Concealer. What do I want to use? What do I want to use? What do I want to use? I don't really have many options. Okay, so my options will be Pat McGrath, Natasha Denona, Lancome. I guess I do have many options. Who am I kidding? Or the Makeup by Mario. I've been using the Makeup by Mario so much. Let's use the Pat McGrath because I haven't used her in a long time. So, a little there, a little there, down the center. This brush needs to be cleaned. Holy smokes. I need to clean my brushes. Do y'all know how to clean your brushes properly? Let me know in the comments because I've been wanting to do a how to clean your brushes video, but so here's my toxic trait. I just be assuming that y'all know what I know. And my best friend gets on me about that all the time. She's like, why would I know? I'm not in makeup. I'm learning. And I feel that, oh, because YouTube, there's so much information out there. However, I am now understanding for the first time that people do actually appreciate my advice, which is like wild for me to think because I'm out here like, yo, I'm just a girl. I don't be knowing nothing. I only know a little bit about a little bit, but apparently y'all want to know about the little bit that I know. So let me know if you would like that and I would be happy to do it. So this Real Techniques brush right here is one of my favorites to blend out concealer. And also notice how I'm going about it. Notice how I am pushing it into the skin. Pushing, and then once I get on the outside here, I am kind of swiping that up just for some extra precision. but I am pushing. Also, I didn't draw any crazy triangles. I didn't pull it all the way out to, like, you know, not too much on that. Not too much on that. I am pushing it in because that is where I want the majority of my product. Like, we typically want the most coverage on the under eye area, right? That's gonna make us look nice, bright, nice, bright, awake, all the things, you know? And just gonna blend this out like so. Now, a tip for creasing. I've been doing this on clients. Take your puff after you've put your concealer on and push, 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 push. Why? Because this is going to help press it in, but also if you happen to get too much product, it's gonna pick it up a little bit. You know what I mean? So it's gonna help furthermore blend. There we go. Because listen, we're alive, we're well, okay? We smile, we're happy people, things settle. It ain't the end of the world. And then taking that same exact brush, I am going to just wipe her off. And then I'm going to set with, what do I want to set my under eyes with today? What shall we do, darlings? I'm gonna use my micro smooth. And start here first. Because understand that just like with eyeshadow, the first place that you put, you're going to get the most opacity. So I think what happens is a lot of people immediately go right under the eye, and then it's just too much powder in that area. So I always like to start here first, and then whatever is left, then I will put it up there, just to err on the side of caution that I'm not getting too much product there in that area. Doing my makeup always puts me in a better mood. I was not feeling it whatsoever, and I wasn't gonna do anything, wasn't gonna film. Then I was like, no, let me go ahead, because when I just get up and get moving, I always end up feeling better. And I'm so glad I did that. All right, cool. Let's set the rest of the base. We're gonna use our Makeup by Mario setting powder. Do I have an older one that I want to use? Nah, because all I got is Laura Mercier and Huda. Nothing wrong with those, but this is my preference. I like this. Now I'm just going to take a brush and I'm going to press this into the skin very lightly, not too much. And you can use a puff. I think, well, the triangle puff, you can do that. I feel that's better suited for oily skin, or if it's a special occasion and you need everything to be bulletproof. So I'll do it on when I'm doing stage glam, no matter the skin type, because I really want to make sure that everything is like locked. But just for like every day or just like a lifestyle makeup client, especially if the person doesn't want their face to be too matte, then I'll just use a brush, powder puff brush, or Jesus, I can't talk. A brush, a fluffy brush of some sort. All right, and then do we want to be? I don't think so. I don't think I want to add any more bronzer to my face. I am gonna take, well, I lied. I'm gonna take this palette, the Natasha Denona sculpting palette. They don't sell this in Sephora no more, which is annoying. I think it's honestly only sold on her website. I love these powders for sculpting. They are freaking amazing. And the reason why I take it into the eye socket is just simply because it just adds a little bit more structure. Now, that ain't gonna work for everybody's face, just depending on what you got going on, or it just might even be like a look that you like. But I do need to even myself out now, so I am gonna take a little bit of this. Makeup Forever has some sculpting powders that I've been looking at. I've been looking at the deeper shades to get a range to see if it will be on par with this one. I know they have one that's deeper than this. I'll get back to y'all on that though. Yeah, I just washed my hair and I never like my hair on day one. Are you like that? I don't like my hair until honestly it's time to wash it, which is annoying, which is why if I know I have something coming up, I always plan my hair washing day to where it'll be like my event is when my hair is on day 4, because that's when it looks the best. I know. Crazy, right? Okay, let's fill in the brows. I need to get a new brow pen. I'm gonna get an ABH brow pen. This is the Milani one right now, and I am running out. I'm someone, if you've been with me for a while, you know I'm not a thick, overly structured brow kind of gal. I just like for it to, you know, work with your natural bone structure. I just don't like it when I look at someone and all you see are brows. Like, I don't like that in general. Like, if you look at someone and all you see are brows or all you see is foundation, like, everything should just be seamless as a whole, as one, a unit. You feel me? Not our best brow day, but it's fine. This pen is like basically done. And then I do want to go the waterline just a little bit more. I'm gonna go in with this shimmery one. Just to add a little more razzle dazzle. There we go, because it's not adding enough pop for me. Maybe let's go in with the gold. Yeah, there we go. We just need a little something. A little something. There we go. This looks good, girls. That looks much better. Give my face a little spray with some Fix Plus so I can look more lived in. All right, y'all. This is the finished look. My camera ran hot, so I used the Sephora Collection lip liner in Molasses, and then the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Lip Gloss in Foxy, which is one of my favorites. And this is our completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you miss just like the OG YouTube sit down, chit chat, do your makeup tutorial vibe. I love it. And even if you don't love it, don't miss it, I'm going to continue to do it because why? It just makes my heart happy. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys were able to learn something. If there's anything in particular you would like me to do, a product, a technique, a specific tutorial, please let me know down below in the comments, and I will see y'all in the next video. Don't you forget, girl, cast one more net.